Hello. The show must go on. I see if I can get this to work. All right. Hello. I was supposed to be featured on the Cornelius Stephanie show. However, something came up last minute and we weren't able to do it. So I just thought I'd jump on and give you guys a little bit of a treat and do a little more practicing with my speech, which is something that I am constantly making better. So, to begin, I want to take you on a journey through tragedy and trauma, a journey that turned into love, light, lots of hope, and a cause that's bigger than myself. I lost my middle sister, Carrie Lynn, to a completed suicide on February 20th, 2017. There doesn't go a day by that I don't wish she was still here and that I don't miss her. There doesn't go a day by that I don't wish I could have changed the outcome. But what happened is I knew that I couldn't sit around and do nothing. I wanted to make an impact on this thing that we call life. Do you know anybody that lives with a mental health condition? Or maybe you personally do, and you're sick and tired of it ruling your life. Or maybe you know somebody that died by suicide. Whatever it may be, you're exactly where you are meant to be at this moment. And I want to say thank you for watching because you're not alone. I want to tell you a little bit about my sister, Carrie. She was that one person that I always went to. Out of 5 girls, all sisters, I grew up with her the most. She was my go to everything for advice, how to cook, literally all the time. When I didn't know how to make something, I would call her up. She was my birth coach for both of my babies. She helped me file my divorce, and it finalized after she passed, but she helped me start the process. She was that one person that I went to have that magical answer because she always had the right answer for that perfect moment. But I called her my crazy sister. She was so dramatic and always looking for attention, or at least that's what I thought. She had so many friends, yet felt so alone. And she had attempted suicide 6 other times. Therefore, I had shut off my emotions to her because I didn't understand, and it hurt knowing that she didn't want to be on this planet. However, she had a botched hysterectomy that almost took her life. And for once, it seemed like she finally wanted to be alive. That is why our family never saw signs 5 years later when she finally completed suicide. I wish I had the skills that I do today because maybe, just maybe, I would have recognized that she was what she was going through. But I'll tell you, it is the hardest with those that are closest to us. And if you have lost someone close to you, I want you to know we all go through the shoulda, coulda, wouldas and the hoodoo, voodoo, we doos, as I call them. And it's not your fault. What I did instead was I took the tragedy of her death and transformed it into a nonprofit called BCC Evolution because Carrie cared. The reason I chose BCC was because mental health reminds me of a blind carbon copy email. You know that line is there, but you don't know who else is on that line. And that's how I think about mental health. It's there, but you may not know it's there. And my goal is to take those people that feel alone on the BCC line and bring them to the forefront. No need to hide anymore and feel ashamed about your condition if that is how you're feeling. And at BCC Evolution, we empower people to break their silence about their mental health challenge so it doesn't have to rule their life. We do this through education, awareness, and connecting people to resources. Mental health should be talked about daily, just like the weather. And I picked evolution because we're ever evolving. Did you know, according to the CDC, 1 in 5 Americans will experience a mental illness in a given year? And 1 in 25 Americans live with a serious mental health illness. And if that's not enough, suicide is a second leading cause of death in individuals 10 to 34. Mental health is such an important topic, and not enough people talk about it. And lastly, words are really important. You may have noticed at first when I talked about my sister, I said completed suicide instead of committed. There's such a stigma around committed, the word committed, due to it being related to a crime. So as a society, we're trying to change the verbiage to completed or died by suicide. So words are just as important as action. And BCC Evolution serves military, both active and veterans, healthcare professionals and nurses, and families and teachers. If you want to check us out, there's multiple different ways. We have 3 major events per year. Our International Film Festival, which is actually coming up on May 22nd. We already have 13 submissions from all over the world, and we have 2 returning filmmakers this year, which is very exciting. The other one that just passed that I know you heard so much about was our annual gala. It was a masquerade that made a magical night. And coming soon is going to be our concert series. Now that we're going to be able to get back to a new normal of life, the concert series is going to be something that we add this year. So you can check us out at any of our events. Go to our website at bccevolution.org. Shoot us a message at support@bccevolution.org, or you may be watching this here on our YouTube channel. So make sure to subscribe so that you can keep in touch with all the things that we're doing throughout the year. And together, we can all make this world a better and more kind place by opening our hearts, minds, and mouths. Ask your loved one, or maybe even a stranger, how they're doing, and non-judgmentally listen. Pay attention to the world around you. This, my friends, can save a life. And together, we can make mental health matter.